For those of you who don't know, I'm Maggie, and today we are talking all about stocking stuffers, and these are for the whole family. We've got things for her and things for him, and while I was kind of running through these ideas with my husband Brian, he was like, I feel like a lot of these ideas can kind of go both ways. And the rule that I gave for myself when coming up with these ideas is that everything had to be under $30 and fit inside of a stocking. So you may have to get creative with your wrapping, but in general, everything that I'm featuring is small, and I tried to think out of the normal, I don't know, candy and gum and little knick-knack ideas that I feel like are oftentimes found in stockings. So we're gonna start with the gifts for her. And the first idea that I have here is some sort of ring dish. And I have this sitting next to my bed usually at all times, and every night I take my rings off and I stick them in the ring dish or whatever earrings I wore that day, because I do not like to sleep in jewelry, and so I like to keep my rings close to me by my bedside. And this is a really pretty one. This was local to, I think, Jackson, Mississippi. One of my friends sent it to me, but I know Rifle Paper Company has some really cute ones, and Anthropologie has really cute ones, all for under that $30 price point. And I just think that this is something nice, especially if you have somebody that's interested in like homewares and things that can look nice sitting out. Another idea comes specifically from Anthropologie, but truly you can find these anywhere. And it's this set of 3 little claw clips. Now, I've mentioned these in a favorites video before because these clips specifically are a great mid-size. So they're not super small and they're not, you know, overwhelmingly huge. And they have these little extra teeth inside on the clips. So they actually hold your hair really well. My hair has definitely grown a lot lately, but my clips can easily hold up my thick hair without falling down and having to redo them constantly. And I feel like these clips are super in style right now, and getting some fun colors that may suit your recipient could be a really good idea. Plus, I feel like getting 3 is a lot of bang for your buck, so it would also feel really substantial in the stocking too. So you could go for quality over quantity, and this would take up a lot of room. Next up is one that's a little bit more wine focused, and it's this aerator by OXO. We actually registered for this teeny tiny little gadget because it's super functional. So this goes down into your wine bottle after you open it, and if you lift the lever here, then that means that the bottle is open and it's breathing. And then when you close the lever down, that is actually meant to seal up the bottle and prevent the air from getting in. So it's not only a regular stopper keeper, it's also an aerator. So if you look on the inside, you can see how it kind of has those little openings. And as you pour the wine, it goes through the openings and it's aerating the wine as you're pouring it. A really cool little gadget that we use all the time, and I feel like aerating your wine is supposed to make a big difference. I think that this is just something nice, kind of luxurious. You're staying under the $30 limit, and it's super tiny. So maybe you could go for an entire wine theme in your stocking. I'm featuring more products on the hem side that maybe you could pair with this later, so stay tuned. The next item for her is this little necklace set from Amazon. And when I ordered it, I thought it was like a put together layering necklace, like it had one clasp and it just had 2 layers to it, but no. You actually get 2 completely separate necklaces for the price of one. At the time I bought this, this was like $17, and I've worn this incessantly with very little signs of wear and tear. So even though it was a pretty inexpensive little jewelry set, it really has held up over time, and I can speak to that because I've had it for 6+ months at this point. So you can either wear this little paperclip chain alone, or you could wear it with this little monogram necklace. You could mix and match it with other necklaces in your closet, but I just think that this is a great little personalized gift that's pretty high quality at a pretty low price point, and obviously is super tiny and would fit in a stocking very easily. If you have somebody in your life that has some sort of Apple Watch, I highly recommend these really skinny watch bands. The particular ones that I have came in a set of 3. So you had the black one, which I typically put on around winter time, and then it also came with this kind of baby pink color and also this white color. And for perspective, I have a traditional Apple Watch band here to show you, and you can see how much skinnier these thin watch bands are compared to the thick ones. And I feel like on me, these skinny bands look like more proportional to my body. I feel like this was just a little bit overwhelming, and it was very noticeable on my wrist. And I feel like these little dainty ones are just that. They're just a little bit more dainty. This comes with a pack of 3, and they had a ton of different colors. So if you have a fitness lover in your life and maybe they want some spunk, maybe they want like a teal watch band or a purple or something, they truly do have sets of colors to suit everybody. So something to keep in mind if your recipient has an Apple Watch. Next item is pretty splurgy, and it's the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. Now I have the mini size in my hand right now, but I would recommend going all in, get the full size Laneige lip sleeping mask. Even though it is a little splurgy for some sort of like chapstick, it works. Brian is a firm believer in this stuff now because he has always struggled with really dry lips in the wintertime. I had him use this a couple nights and he was like, that's a miracle worker. It's something that people probably aren't as willing to splurge on themselves for too, because again, it's sometimes hard to justify a super nice chapstick and would be an awesome thing to show up in your stocking on Christmas morning. The next stocking stuffer idea for her is actually the Billy razor. I have used this particular razor for years and I'm just so impressed with the high quality shave that you get for the price point. So the entire kit, I'm pretty sure you pay like $10 and you get this razor with a razor head, you get an additional replacement razor head, and you get the little magnetic piece that sticks on your shower wall and holds the razor up so that it's not sitting in wetness and getting rusty and gunky and everything and kind of wasting that super valuable moisture layer around the outside. It comes in a beautiful little box and like fun packaging, and I just think this would be an ultra useful but also cute, but also small, and also just a great value overall. Something this practical is often overlooked in the stocking realm. The next item, while not the most creative, is always a winner because I feel like people never hate a candle. But this one in particular I wanted to mention just in case you hadn't heard about it, and it's Citrus Sunset. I got this at Target and it's from the Opal House brand. This is Tangerine and Goji Berry, aka it's a Volcano candle dupe, like spot on. So if you have somebody that you know loves the Capri Blue Volcano candles, but you're not willing to buy them like a $36 candle, get this. I think that the glass is still super attractive. I think that the label is really cute and they can still get that really high quality Volcano smell that is way, way, way less expensive. And this one is kind of a mid-size and I want to say it was like $8 or so. The next couple of items for her are fitting all into the same category, but they're for different occasions, I guess. Headbands and scrunchies. So I use this set every night before I go to bed. I use this little terry cloth headband to pull my hair back, and then I use this scrunchie to keep the long hair from like falling down when I'm trying to brush my teeth and wash my face. And then I also like to sleep in scrunchies over regular ponytail holders because I feel like these don't crease your hair as much and they're just a little bit more comfortable to lay on than having like a super tight pony. But if you wanted to go the prettier route and still get your recipient a headband, you could get them one of these knotted style headbands, which I feel like are super popular. And Rifle Paper Company has the cutest ones because they use their own fabric and I love everything from that company. But I just think this would be something really nice and useful to open up in your stocking. Another idea are these little headbands. Now mine are all tied the exact same because I typically wear these in my hair like a headband. I tie it and then kind of tuck the ends under. And these all come from Madewell. They have a million different patterns. And I just think these are so practical because you can wear these in a bunch of different ways. You can kind of tie these around your neck like a scarf. You can wear them like me in a headband. You could tie these around your ponytail. I always pack these when I'm traveling because you can make your neutral wardrobe, which I like to pack with because you can mix and match everything, a little bit more exciting by throwing on some sort of bandana, wearing your hair different, and adding a little pop of color to it. Going back to ideas for the fitness lover in your life, I couldn't go without mentioning this little tank from Amazon. These are supposed to be dupes for the Lululemon Align tank, and these are supposed to be just bra tops. So you can wear these on your own when you're exercising or out and about, whatever you prefer. Or I've even been wearing these under sweaters. And then you have just like a comfy little sports bra, but also a tank keeping you warmer and adding an extra layer. They're so useful. And I want to say these are like $20. I have this blue one and I have a black one, and I seriously use them all the time. They wash and wear really well. They have removable pads on the inside, and I think it would be really cute to kind of fold this and then roll it and put like a fun little ribbon around it or something. So again, maybe think about doing a theme. So you could get like the skinny watch bands and the workout top and maybe a scrunchie or something and make it all kind of go together. And then they have a themed stocking that feels really curated and not just filled with a bunch of knickknacks. Another cute idea for her is this little cuticle kind of manicure set. So you get the cuticle pusher and you get a cuticle trimmer. And this has made such a difference in me doing my nails at home. I rarely ever go get manicures. The one big benefit that I'm getting from those services is that they are pushing and trimming my cuticles, which is one huge step that I was always leaving out of my at-home manicures. So once I got something like this, I didn't miss going to the salon that much. You could also throw in a bottle of nail polish or two, maybe a top coat and a base coat that they could pair with their existing nail polishes. Again, I'm kind of like going off on a tangent with a theme here, but feel free to think beyond just the ideas that I'm presenting here. And the last thing for her is this passport holder. Well, not necessarily this one in particular, but any passport holder. I got this from a subscription box many moons ago, but I just think that these are something really useful for a traveler in your life, because this can kind of be their wallet and passport holder that they can tote around with them for their entire trip all in one. So you have different card slots on the inside. You obviously have a place where you can slip your passport. You could slip any additional cash or anything that you wanted to keep too. Having like a fun pattern or a color that they like or from a brand that they like is always a safe bet. These are at a variety of price points. So if you want to stick with the rules of this video, definitely seek one out that's under $30. I don't know, I just thought that was a really cute idea for the travel lover. Switching gears, and we're talking stocking stuffers for him. But again, I just want to make a mid-video disclaimer that you can feel free to interchange any of these items. I own most of these personally, so obviously they could be things for her too. But this is just what I had in mind of things that my husband would really love, and so I wanted to share the ideas with you. So the first idea for him happens to be these ice molds. Now I grabbed two different kinds just depending on either A, how big your stockings are, or B, the preference of your recipient, just to show you that they make a ton of different kinds. Brian personally loves these really large globular ice molds, and that's what you would get from something like this. Fill it up with water, and then you put this in the freezer, and when you take the top off, it has formed this perfect little cylindrical ice ball. So I think this would be for that person in your life who loves to just drink whiskey or sip on mezcal and isn't a huge fan of cocktails. They just want their liquor in its pure form. This could be a really good one. Another item that I feel like would get a ton of use is to get them some sort of beanie. Brian and I actually share this hunter green one, a rust one, and kind of like a mustardy brown tone one. And these we got specifically from Urban Outfitters, and they're the Herschel brand. But this is just a classic beanie, and I feel like you can't go wrong with that. Brian wears these in the house all the time if he's just remotely cold. We wear these when we go walk the dog. We wear these just with any sort of winter outfit. And I feel like this is really useful. It's a substantial gift. And again, if you wanted to, you could kind of roll this up if you wanted to fit more in the stocking and tie something around it to keep it kind of smaller. And then maybe you could pair this with mittens or something, like other cold weather related things. Maybe some hot hands, maybe some packs of hot chocolate or something like that. Any sort of beanie I feel like would be A++. Another little gadget or tool that gets used at our house all the time is some sort of jigger. We love to make cocktails. Now I'm mentioning this one, but truly our favorite one is not a jigger at all. It's like a teeny tiny little OXO measuring cup. I mentioned it in the host and hostess gift guide, so definitely go check that one out. But it's so much easier to pour than these traditional jiggers. However, there are people that prefer the proper bar tool, so I did want to give this one a mention specifically because I love that it actually has the measurements inside. You have the 0.75, and then in the middle you have the 1.5 ounce indication, and then on the other side you can see the 1 ounce and the ½ ounce marker. Most drinks are calling for all four of those quantities, so it's so easy to measure and to see them in this particular one. So I'll be sure to link one with measurements below because that is the key to finding a really good jigger. The next item I don't have here to physically show you, and that's because it's in my car, but it is a car phone mount. And I know I'm so late to the game here. My car is a 2010, so it does not have fancy navigation features or a touch screen or anything like that. So if you have somebody in your life with an older car and they want to have their navigation system sitting on their phone that's easy to reach and see without having to look down, I would highly recommend some sort of car mount. I didn't want to put my phone mount on the air vent. My dad ended up getting one that actually fits into the CD slot because we don't really listen to CDs anymore. It's not blocking the airflow from the air vents, and it was just the perfect compromise. I ended up finding mine on Amazon for like $12.99, and Brian loved loved it. You can angle it in different ways. It can sit horizontally or vertically. You can tilt it back and up. It's just so easy to use. It's very stable. It held my phone really well, and it comes in a really small box. I know you're probably thinking it looks really big. Will it actually fit in a stocking? It will. If you're looking for a good, useful gift to get that guy in your life, I highly, highly recommend that phone mount. So Brian, my husband, is not a sweets guy, and so if I were to put anything edible into his Christmas stocking, it would definitely be some sort of local bag of coffee. Now, we personally love whole bean coffee because we love to grind it and just love that whole experience. And this is one of my favorites. So if you live in Texas, you may be able to find this Merit coffee, but look for a local roaster around you. So maybe they have a favorite coffee shop that's local. Go buy a bag of that coffee, and maybe you could even get a coffee mug or something to go with it. I don't know about you, but I would be so excited to receive a super nice bag of coffee over a bag of candy any day. Okay, at the top of this video, I mentioned that little wine aerator, and I said I had some more wine accessories to share. And the next one would actually be this little wine foil cutter. So on the back here, you can see it has these 4 little blades. And how you use this is you put this on the top of a bottle of wine, you squeeze the sides together, and then you just twist it around, and it creates a perfect little cut on the top of the foil that you pop off, and then you can take the cork out of your bottle of wine. This is obviously teeny tiny. You can get these for like $5 to $10 on Amazon, or probably at your local grocery store or something. This is just way better than like picking at the foil or using a knife or something to cut it off. This is just super easy breezy, and then they can have their bottle of wine quickly. Lastly, and probably least creatively, think about gift cards. And you can go beyond the typical Visa gift card or the typical restaurant gift card, and you could think a little bit more creatively about the hobbies that the person you're gifting to may have. For Brian, for instance, he loves electronics. He loves keyboards and computers and researching that stuff. So I could think about getting him a gift card to a local computer store or some sort of store that sells a lot of technology. But maybe the person you're gifting to loves to travel, and they would really benefit from like an Airbnb or some sort of airline gift card. Maybe there's somebody that loves to work with their hands and they do a lot of woodworking and would really love something to Home Depot or to Lowe's. And a gift card is always a super easy thing to slip down into a stocking. That is all my ideas for stocking stuffers for him and for her under the $30 price point. But if you're looking for bigger gift ideas and you need that something and it's just not coming to you, I have some other gift guides that I've already released this season, including the gift guide for the host and the hostess and the gift guide for the traveler. But I also have many from years past for her and for him and for the homebody and for in-laws and parents. I'll be sure to link everything down below. But if you like this video, then like it. Stick around, subscribe, join the community, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.